Sometimes it's different. Today,
right. It's just the two of us.
That's right. Nice
he doesn't remember who the regular three are. Good morning. It's nice to see you.
That's right.
Kiran.
Edie and Steve are coming up, and Brian's on a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah, good for him. Nice week to be off.
Also on the show, Lieutenant Colonel Bill Cowan. We're going to be talking with him about what happens now. The Iraqis have their own sovereignty. U.S. still involved in a lot of the security operations there, so we're going to talk to him about that.
And you, right? And a regular Fox guy.
That's right. And he's going to be on the show as well. We are also awaiting for the pictures that are going to be coming. Saddam Hussein's first court appearance taking place in Iraq. We don't know, because it was under such a cloud of secrecy, exactly when and where this took place. But we will get pictures, and we'll bring them to you when we get them.
And we may very well. David was right. I have never presided over a trial like the one that's going to start in Baghdad.
And would you want to? I mean, there seems to be so many questions. It's going to be watched by the world. One of the interesting things was President Ghazi al-Yawar, the new president of Israel. How will they handle it? Because, you know, this is a government that has just taken over. They have so much to worry about, especially security concerns. One of the reasons why a lot of this is taking place under a cloud of secrecy, just for the sheer protection. They're not even releasing the name of the judge who was presiding over some of the charges being read against him. So how are they going to pull it off? Reporters and editorial from Baghdad that Saddam Hussein has appeared now in court, walking into the courtroom to stand before an Iraqi judge. Apparently he was brought in a Humvee under tight security, because you'll remember the United States military is still holding physical custody of Saddam Hussein, even though the former dictator is now under the legal custody of Iraq and Iraqis. But he is going to tape somewhere so that it can then be broadcast.
Now, could you imagine that happening?
Just being made publicly at this point, just because of fears of security and
justifiable fears, I think.
Yeah,
exactly.
An Iraqi courthouse, we got word that he was brought in a convoy of 4 Humvees and ambulance, and he was physically in an armored bus escorted by about 8 Iraqi security forces as well as U.S. forces. He's going to be facing what in America would be an arraignment, where the charges of war crimes, crimes against humanity, genocide are going to be read against him, as well as 11 other members of his regime. And again, we are awaiting those pictures that we are going to get from inside of the courthouse later today, and of course Fox News will bring those to you as soon as we get them. Meantime, some organizations in support of the U.S. mission in Iraq recently took the time to thank America, taking out a full-page ad in Sons and Daughters Made for Our Liberation Will Never Be Forgotten. An Iraqi judge today, he heard the charges read against him. We got word just about 30 minutes ago that he arrived at the courthouse under immense security, 4 Humvees, an ambulance. He himself was brought in an armored bus surrounded by 8 Iraqi security forces as well as American security forces. And again, he is doing what is the American equivalent of an arraignment today, getting the charges read against him as well as 11 other members of his former regime. And we are going to be seeing a videotape, actually. Cameras were allowed inside of the courtroom today, not live, however, and as soon as we get our hands on that tape, we're going to bring it to you live.
Looking forward
bring it to you, not live.
Right.
But bring it to you when we get it.
Looking forward to seeing it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Kiran. We'll seeing Saddam Hussein
going to hold that trial and not have these insurgents do everything they can to disrupt it.
Yeah.
Napolitano homeless. Does he sleep in the Fox News studios? They found you out.
It's great to see you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Steve and Edie will be here shortly. Coming up.